You're listening to KYST 89.3, The Bone. The Bone. And now time for South Tucson Youth Football, simulcast on AM 1400, The Growler, and on South Tucson Local Access Channel 22.
Oh, man.
And we are back with more South Tucson Youth Football. This is the second game of our doubleheader here on Thursday evening. We were doing a big old stream with a whole bunch of stuff, and this is the second game. We just saw Moist Adventures taking overtime. It took overtime to get to... Sorry, I'm also typing in our Discord server link. Here you go right there. If you want to join our Discord, please do. It's fun. It is South Tucson, not Tucson. Although if I ever get a cease and desist from South Tucson, I will just change it to Tucson.
Tucson?
Why not? That's how it's spelled.
It is how it's spelled.
Yeah. So our second game is our current #1 ranked team in all of South Tucson, Ted's Baby Clothes Emporium. They are undefeated 6-0 in the Child Services Conference and ranked #1. Taking on 3-3, 1-800-BUY-A-DAD. 1-800-BUY-A-DAD is out of the Child Services Conference. They made the playoffs last year. They're a solid team, but gotten a rough start so far. So we're gonna go ahead and talk about the stars of these players as we have Star Watch, brought to you by Florida Georgia Lime. It's a refreshing drink for when the moon comes up and the sun goes down. You find a little spot on the edge of town, twist off, sip a little, pass it around. Florida Georgia Lime. I'm so sad that I know that. I'm so ashamed. I hate myself. No, it's all good. And here we go. That is Precarious Situation, the star running back of 1-800-BUY-A-DAD. Their other star player, outside linebacker Bobby Dumpkins. And not pictured is he missed picture day, I guess. Is wide receiver Nuggets Malone. The wide receivers are glory boys. They don't like posing for the pictures. Wow, Phil Taylor's still in it. God, this has been such a fun tournament this year. So it's gonna be Phil Taylor, Michael Van Gerwen, and the guy Cross. I forget his first name, and the dude who had to do a qualifier. And, of course, there on the other side of the football is Ted's Baby Clothes Emporium, featuring their quarterback, Jonas Brothers. In the middle, that is their running back, Nitro Shaggy. And not pictured is defensive back, Magisterial Tuna. So we've got a big game. What do you guys think? Let us know in the chat who you like to win this one. Is it Ted's or is it Buy-A-Dad? Who do you guys like? Let us know in the chat. Guys, can Ted's Baby Clothes Emporium keep the undefeated streak and the undefeated season going?
Well, let's ask our newest panel member.
I think that there's going to be a football game, and it's going to have fun.
So you're placing the bet that both teams have fun.
No.
Is that always been an option?
You can get it.
I'm picking that option.
It is, but don't. It is, but don't, because the kids hate it. They're pressured into it by their parents, and no. No,
I got a prop bet that the referee has 5 blown calls.
Oh, that's an easy win. Because
Exactly.
Buy-A-Dad can't buy a win. All right, shall we go down to the Muni? Let's go down to the Muni. Hi, Slip. We've missed you, buddy.
I've missed this too.
You are looking live at Municipal Field number 179 for the second half of our doubleheader. It's Ted's Baby Clothes Emporium, the #1 ranked team in South Tucson, 6-0, visiting 1-800-BUY-A-DAD. Buy-A-Dad, of course, in their home jerseys. They're kicking off left to right on your radio dial. In blue helmets and shirts and green pants, that is Ted's Baby Clothes Emporium in very bright, very loud green helmets, yellow pants, and, of course, the white home jerseys.
Now my radio dial doesn't have any of those things on it. Is that a problem?
Yeah, you might have a newer model, I think. But, yes, that's the limited schedule. So we're going to do this until this game concludes. And then we're going to go ahead and show a Diddler Cup race. And that's going to be fun.
Can I talk about the Hasbros I finally got in the mail today?
Yes, yes. Okay, so here's. Do you want to give some context here?
I'll give some context. Without going into a lot of details, I'm looking to put some new stuff on my desk. And I never really been into like figure, but since I have a desk now, I kind of want to put stuff on it. So I figured now was a good time to kind of look for some like action figures to get. And there was an eBay bid for 8 Hasbros, priced at $20, and I won it. So in the mail day, I got my 8 Hasbros from like the early 90s.
Nice.
And they're in the shape you would expect to get if you get 8 Hasbros for $20, which is a little disappointing, but I'm not like a huge stickler. I'm not a huge collector by any stretch of imagination.
Right.
Maybe one day I will be for $20 for 8.
I mean, hey, yeah, you gotta start somewhere.
I'm not in any reason to complain as long as they like look like wrestlers from like a distance, and I can put them on my desk.
As long as they look, you know, I feel like a lot of promoters use that same barometer. As long as they look like wrestlers from a distance, we'll book them.
That was my thought process. I'm gonna tell you about one figure I got in particular that
I should just send you a bunch of. I should send you like a Stretch Armstrong and like a Power Ranger doll, and just like no, put them in the other room. They'll look like wrestlers from over there.
I'm gonna talk a little bit of crap about one of the figures I got.
Okay.
I got it. I'm not kidding here. I got it in 2 pieces when I opened the box up.
Well, be careful. Be careful. The seller might be listening.
That's true. I get the seller a 5-star review. So
okay. So you were lying. Because something arrived in 2 pieces, which would not warrant a 5-star review in my bet.
But since the other 7 figures arrived fine, I paid $20 for it. I didn't feel a reason to like complain that much.
Okay.
But it was easily reattachable, and it looks fine now.
I need to know what piece of this and what fell off and what did you reattach?
It is the Ultimate Warrior, and I can take it off right now, and like the way that they're built is that they have like a little like the torso attaches to like the torso with the arms and the head attaches to the waist and the legs and the buttocks.
Yeah, I was gonna say what type of move does he do? Does he do like the press slam with the big open palms?
Yeah, he can raise his arms up. Although I'm very tentative now to do it with this one.
Oh my god, they'll snap down and fall off and like land in like the other room where your figures that look like wrestlers are.
This one's the worst in the worst condition. It's missing. It has 9 fingers, which
just like the Warrior. Well, you're factoring in for decomposition at this point.
Oh, Jesus.
Hi, Ben. I know that laugh. That's Ben Gordon. Hi, Ben.
To be fair, the eBay description for the condition of these pieces was used, and these have been used, so I can't really complain that much.
I saw it. Slip, was that you laughing? I thought that was
yes,
Ben. The laugh sounded
me.
like Ben Gordon's laugh. I'm really sorry.
I am actually deeply offended by that. So
you should be. Ben's terrible.
I will be be double the royalty amount for this
nice
stream appearance.
Good. I'm ready to duck out of town like a shady promoter.
It's 2 nickels this time.
Sweet.
Yeah, this one's from 1991, and I can tell because I can read the copyright information on the Ultimate Warrior's butt.
Okay.
That's
which is where Vince puts it.
Okay, I'm gonna get another figure out.
While you're getting that, I gotta say, like, this is what's kind of like, I don't want to say it's enraging, but it's like it's funny from my perspective. Is that not too long ago I eBayed and sold off all of my Hasbros, and so like I know that there are certain ones that that people can sell for a good amount of money. And I know there are ones that are like, I still have a Brutus Beefcake and a green suit $1 Million Man that they're yours if you want them.
Unfortunately, in this lot, I got a
pack.
Green Suit $1 Million Man and the Brutus the Barber Beefcake.
Did they at least come with the hedge clippers and the $1 Million belt?
I don't think they did.
Okay, because because I don't have them either.
Okay. I've got the Shawn Michaels one, which has the weirdest like action I've ever seen.
Oh, the neck thing.
The neck thing. What is this supposed to be?
You push down and let him jump up.
He doesn't really jump that high though. Okay, that was a bit better. I thought the Marty Jannetty one does it from the feet, and I thought that made more sense to me, like to jump.
Wait, Marty's feet kind of like shove into his body, so you can kind of make him a midget.
His feet shove into his body.
That's unsettling.
It's easy to put him through plate glass window that way.
Right.
Sure.
He just like Heenan said, he just jumped through out of fear.
Exactly.
Yeah. I just consider it to be shrugging Shawn Michaels.
Shrugging Shawn Michaels, I love it. Yeah.
That's an early.
$1 Million Man has the stomp action.
Hey, Sean, are you sure you don't want to lose that title to Brett? You sure you want to just lose your smile instead?
Yeah.
Yeah, $1 Million Man. You move his arm. You move his right arm up to initiate the stomping.
Right.
Stomp. That was actually one of the better operating lists. Though at first I was a little confused because I figured all of them had the Marty Jannetty like feet like shrink into like your stomach motion. And I was like, what? Oh, this one's broken. It's only one leg goes up, and then I kind of figured out the motion.
Oh, hey, Candace. That Marty Jannetty figure was prescient of his shitty ankles he'd have later in life. Yep.
Oh my! This is a great time for Candace to show up. As I'm going through all.
Yeah,
these...
talking about Will has entered the world of Hasbro figures. He is the king of Hasbros.
Bros.
Hulk Hogan has what I presume to be bear hug action, although it's more like flex action. You could hear this like clicking that his fist make when you take apart his arms.
Oh, you pull his arms apart. There's not like a switch in the back that like releases them.
No.
I've seen because there's a version of that where like there's a little switch, like a light switch on his back, like Hulk Hogan had, and you basically lift it, push it down to open his bear hug arms.
You can swivel his hips around a bit, but I don't think that's supposed to be like intentional. I have no idea what like these figures are and aren't supposed to do because they're so old and fragile.
That was honestly my problem with Hasbro's. I didn't really play with them too often. I've said this before. I play with my G.I. Joe figures because they had the points of articulation. You can actually wrestle with them. You can set them up in moves. And I was like, I can't do shit with these wrestlers. If I get the Rick Rude, I can only put him in a headlock and do the weird punchy thing with him.
I'm putting Ted DiBiase in a bear hug right now.
Yeah, you couldn't even like Jake the Snake Roberts had the arm that was straight and it would pull back and kind of fire forward like a machine gun. You couldn't even give a DDT with him. It's like, what the fuck? Why would you even bother?
The Bushwhackers do their little taunt thingy where you can pull one arm back and the other one goes forward.
Now I'm supposed to saying the switch on the back has changes him from good to evil. If it's Hogan, it changes him from Hulk to Hollywood.
I'm more concerned about how they look than they do, and they all actually these are good-looking figures. I'll say that, which is why I was intrigued by them. I like the cartoony like design. Like Shawn Michaels just kind of looks like I don't even know what he's supposed to be like. He just looks like any blonde like baby face from like the 80s. He doesn't have any like discernible facial features. Because at the time he wasn't like a very discernible wrestler.
Yep.
He didn't have a style. He was just kind of like, I wear, knockoff rocker clothes. Or knockoff Rock and Roll Express clothes. Brutus the Barber Beefcake is weird because his eyes are really creeping me out right now.
Nice.
He also has the jumping shrug thing, although it's not as good as Marty's. Or not as good as Sean's.
Okay.
He does have the what the fuck? He's got his right arm. I think it's his taunt was supposed to be like scissors, like his hand taunt, but it doesn't look like how anybody would like mind like scissor cutting because like his fingers are in like a very weird way. It's hard to explain, but it just doesn't look. Nothing about him looks right, especially his really, really creepy eyes.
Are you talking about Brutus?
Yeah, Brother Brutai.
I think like when he did like the hand scissors things, he did it like the Vader sign. He didn't like do like the middle finger pointer finger.
Yeah, you're
It was
right.
The Vader sign.
Oh my God,
This
that's
doesn't
right.
look like any. This doesn't look like how anybody would. I think. Was it you were mentioning like a scissor accessory? Was there
Yeah.
supposed to be an accessory that came with this one? Or was there supposed
They
to
were
be
They were hedge clippers that like one of the pieces went in his hand because of course you couldn't get his hands together to hold them together. It was the giant hedge clippers he'd come out with.
maybe that's it.
So you'd put one of them in the hand. It was like the one where he's making like a weird, like his hand's doing a weird thing. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. That's where they would kind of slide in. They just kind of like, they kind of just fit into like the crook of his hand.
But other than that, it's just like it's still his eyes are so creepy. I want to put him down now because he's gonna haunt my dreams.
Is that a turnover? Did
That's a fumble.
Ted's just picked up the ball? And oh no, precarious situation is out for a little bit, but they're gonna review it. Which of course in South Tucson means that they're not gonna use instant replay. They're gonna ask one of the elders of the town who sits in a lawn chair, in a foldable lawn chair on the corner of the end zone. They say, "What do you think?" And he just kind of shakes his hand, and they kind of make a decision from there.
I need a magnifying glass for this one, just to try to figure out what it is, because they're not. I don't think they're Hasbro's, or if they are, they came with other figures, because they're these little like mini figures that like have like clothes hangers on the back.
Ginger Pimpernel, I sold the Dusty Rhodes figure for about $25. Yeah.
So I'm trying to figure out what these are. They're tiny. They're about like half the size of the Hasbro's. I got two of them. I got an Andre one and a Hogan one.
I don't know what they're kind of just rubbery, right? They don't do anything.
They don't. Yeah, they don't. Rubbery in the sense that they're hard rubber and do not move at all. And they have little clothespins in the back that you can you can attach them to like the sides.
I have no idea what this is.
I'll take a picture. Let me see if I can find one online. They look like little things you can put on I don't know where you would put this. I guess on a clothes hanger. That'd be weird.
Yeah, the rubber ones are way bigger, so this must be something else.
Yeah, these are two little tiny things. One of them's broken. It says they're made by.
Call it a gain of 1 yard.
It says KO Toys
I never.
or HO Toys.
I've never heard of it.
What's HG Toys? Is that a thing?
I have no idea. I've never heard of these things. I'm not even trying to be like I don't fucking know. I'm just like I legitimately have no idea.
I'm gonna take a picture of the Andre on my phone and then send it to you in a message. I've never seen any. These just came with a thing. You guys just threw them in.
And precarious situation back from an injury with the touchdown, giving Bayadad the lead. So if we want to be able to do, if we want to be able to get this thing going at 7:30, I'm actually going to cut this game a little short. I'm going to let it play out, of course. But we're going to hop off at about 25 after. It's 6:06 right now. I'm going to go ahead and give you the Diddler Cup. And from there, we'll come back at 7:30, and we will get WCW Universe Mode going with a Fire... and possibly Ice. Yeah, because they are still the tag team champions. They're probably going to be there. I got to find my old cards. I never got rid of the card for Starcade. Oh god, did I not do that thing? Okay, whatever. We'll figure it out. Because I'm reading these because I'm reading these for the first time in a long time. I have the tag team titles match. We have a hardcore weight 4-way. I have no idea who the hardcore weight champion is. I'll explain this when we do it. I have a pick your partner's tag match, which is just creepy. And man, that's not really gonna. We're not gonna remember any of that. TV titles on the line. Marcus Bagwell defending against Roadblock, and the main event: 2 out of 3 falls. Bobby Eaton versus Jim Jowers. I did not misspeak. But we're going to go ahead and hit the Diddler Cup at about... Yeah, at about 25 after. What?
Apparently, in it, I'm gonna link this too. I posted a picture of the two things. They did an article for Bret the Hitman Hart in a magazine, and it said, in a recent poll, he was voted second sexiest man in the World Wrestling Federation behind Brutus Beefcake.
God, what in the world?
What in the wide world of sports?
Yep.
And the Marty one is still super weird. Like, especially because like is he supposed to like be able to hit a drop kick?
Okay.
That would make some sense, but that would require a lot of coordination. You gotta jump in the air, twist the arm back, drop kick. I don't know.
One guy gave the other piggyback rides to the ring. Oh my god. Yeah. So, yeah, was Horseshoe still hard? I have no idea. I have not. During the time that I played the Diddler Cup race, I'm going to be figuring this out in the game as I make sure the game still works. There's only one Jonas Brothers. Sure, yeah. And Ted's moving downfield, already in the red zone. Brothers, a lot of time to throw. He's got a slant route. It's enough for the first down. Gonna get a couple more. Elton Neely. What the hell name is that? I've never seen that name before. 7-yard catch. That's amazing. I've never seen that name before. And a touchdown for Teds. They tie it up. With this extra point, they will tie it up at least.
I'm not sure who to root for in this game.
Yeah, well, I mean, the number one team is Ted's, and they got to play a tough road game. I mean, there are no easy games when you're playing in conference play, and it's always rivalry week. And of course, the trophy we're playing for is the slightly scuffed Nokia 3310 cell phone with suspicious-looking stains that I assure you are fruit punch and most certainly not blood. That is the vaunted trophy. That is the slightly scuffed Nokia 3310 cell phone with suspicious-looking stains that I assure you are fruit punch and most certainly not blood. There are lots of containers of EA Sports in the silence. It says we gotta hide the, it's like when you go to the Masters and you gotta have the plain green cup that just says beer on it. I got the Thompson Twins reference. I knew who they were. I don't know much more beyond that. I'm old as hell too. It's fine. I was born in the 80s. And a flag. Everybody take a drink.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense. Automatic first down.
So I'm gonna go on eBay and look for Hasbro figures. Mainly just to see what the ones these were worth, because they're I basically got each one for like, on average, $2.50.
That's not bad, especially. I mean, obviously you're not getting any really rare ones that someone's gonna throw in there unless they just have no idea. And I feel like someone would have at least done their research and just, if nothing else, just search. I mean, you gotta be a whole nother level of laziness if you're not at least searching to kind of figure out what to price them at,
Yeah, I'm finding one already, a new listing for a loose Ultimate Warrior for like $2.
Ultimate Warrior is always loose. That's a touchdown for Byadat as we go into the halftime.
They're all loose.
They're all loose.
Were yours all in the package or were they loose?
The ones that I sold?
Yes.
Oh, I was a kid. You think I kept the packaging?
I don't know. You
No,
said
no,
you
I
said
no, that's a fair question, but no, I did not have the packaging.
Maybe you're like, maybe. Listen, there were a few kids like that. I mean, there was a movie about it with Steve Carell about keeping it in the package.
The 40-year-old virgin?
Yeah, which is a metaphor for sex.
Yes. I'm glad we were on the same. That's how long we've known each other. Like I knew that's exactly what you're going for with that. I don't think the joke was. The joke was kind of obvious to me. I was like, yeah, that works. Okay, neat. By the way, thank you to all y'all for following the chat, the stream if you haven't before. We got links below to like YouTube and stuff and our Twitter. IRMstream is usually the Twitter account that I run and end up doing stuff on. So thank you to X Whiteout and also New Jeffrey and CM Keller. Thank y'all. And we're gonna go to the halftime with a sponsor spotlight, focusing on one of the brand new sponsors, one of the sponsors in the small town of South Tucson.
Oh God!
What's that?
Somebody has just the heads of the bushwhackers that they're selling.
Yeah, that's fucked up, man. That's fucked up, man.
That's weird. Why'd you do that?
And we're gonna. I'm gonna do a different one. I'm gonna do a fun one here.
That seems a little bit corrupt.
Yeah, we can't. Yeah, we also can't do buy a dad. I saw that one come up. Oh God. Okay, you know what? Yeah, we're gonna talk about Happy Release manicures. Happy Release manicures with one of the most unsettling logos in all of South Tucson youth football. Happy Release manicures is a lovely place. You can get a mani and a pedi. You know, they do such a great job. They're the top in spa and salon like services, and you can go there and you can get serviced. It's a great place to go. You know, you can just go and they have kind of like a spa with like the calming music and the aroma stuff where it's like they pump in the smells like scents, so you just have calming things. And you can go there, you can get your nails done, you can get your a pedicure. You know, they're great at giving foot jobs and hand jobs, and they have this wonderful drying thing that you can get your nails dried with the lightest blowing of air. So their blow jobs are fantastic too, and you just always leave happy and relaxed at Happy Release. Also, these are a lot of just sex jokes. Go ahead.
The best part about those blowjobs is they get right on the tip.
They
just
do.
Right there on the fingertips, and it's the most the feeling, the sensation that goes up and down the shaft of your fingers is
Really is, yeah.
oh man.
And the great thing about them, and I'll say this, we took it down because the game started again, but one of the great things about them is that they have a frequent customer program where you go see them for 5 times, and the 6th one you don't pay the charge. They ask for a gratuity, so it's their nice just the tip service.
I didn't realize you were going there. I didn't mean to steal your thunder.
No, you're fine. No, I thought of it. I was like, tip, that's brilliant. I was like, tip is that made me think of it. You inspired it. So.
And again, it's not just a place for the ladies in your life, fellas. You can go there too. I mean,
That'll make it 31.
everyone deserves to have nice, clean, beautiful hands.
Absolutely, yeah. If you're a hand model, this is where you want to go.
Exactly.
And by a dad, thanks to precarious situation, get the first down. It is 1st and 10. They're up by a touchdown. Good Lord. So again, if you want to roll, you got 8 figures out of this. You got the Rockers, you got the Bushwhackers. So I want to see what kind of awesome Survivor Series team you can make out of this. You got DiBiase, you got DiBiase, you got Beefcake, you got Hogan and Warrior, and then the Bushwhackers and the Rockers, right?
Yes. So
Okay,
here,
so you got all of one. You got one heel. So DiBiase's already working overtime tonight. Or maybe he's corrupted. Maybe he's bought the Bushwhackers. Maybe he bought the sheep farm.
Those are your teams.
What are your teams?
Well, those are the. DiBiase and Warrior, I guess, could be a team because Hogan, Beefcake, Rockers, Bushwhackers.
Now, there's one half of Warrior on the face side and the other half the heel side, or how's that work?
Oh,
I don't know, but like DiBiase is the only heel in this group.
Well, I'm just saying, I'm saying for like a Survivor Series team, you got to make 4-on-4, so you obviously got to split up the tag teams. It's got to be Hogan, Beefcake, and the Rockers. Yeah, Hogan, Beefcake, and the Rockers seems like the way to go. Now we got to justify why the other three are
Warrior,
heels.
DiBiase, and the Bushwhackers.
So why is the okay? So the Bushwhackers, let's say he bought the sheep farm in New Zealand, and he's kind of forcing them to do his bidding because he owns the sheep farm. So what's the reasoning for the Warrior? Why is the Warrior heel?
Okay, I'm gonna switch it
Other
up.
than his thoughts about homosexuality.
Oh god.
Here are my teams, and I'll explain why.
Okay, go ahead, hit me with it.
All right, it's Ted DiBiase, the Bushwhackers, and Brutus Beefcake versus the Rockers, Hogan, and Warrior. Just because Beefcake was a heel, Warrior was never a heel in the WWF. I don't think. So it'd be kind of weird.
I'm down with that. You could do like
At
a
least-
beef,
at
you could
least
do like
at
a
one-
Beefcake turns on Hogan thing too.
Yeah, at least at one point, Brutus Beefcake was a heel, and the Bushwhackers, even if they were never in like the territories forever.
Yeah, they were heels all over the place, except for the WWF.
So like now it like. Well, we're working with very limited like information. Like it's very easy for DiBiase to buy out the Bushwhackers. So
Yes.
That brings up second.
Now, since it's
because they dress the way they dress. Of course they could be bought. And then you have Andre and a little clip on Andre. And a little clip on Hogan that I got. Which I'm still trying to figure out what the fuck these things are supposed to be. Just thrown in. Like, it was even in the picture. I didn't care. I was like, wow, okay, that's more action figures. Woo! But they don't really do anything. They just clip onto, like, pieces of paper and stuff. Maybe if I type on clip-on Andre the Giant, something will pop up on eBay that tells you what this thing is. Okay, it says vintage WWF Wrestling Superstars clip-on 3 inches, Andre the Giant, 1985. I mean, this thing looks stupid because it's like because it's small and it's Andre. It just looks like it's very enormous.
Wow.
That was the worst fake punt in the history of fake punts.
I mean, yeah, these kids are dumb as hell.
That was an Indianapolis out of 10.
Jesus. We saw a punt land literally on the back of someone's head in the first game.
Face mask.
Oh, so for those who may not be familiar, I have basically turned punting down to like 15 as a scale out of 99. I'm determined to make them terrible punters. On a thing where I give the when I created the teams, I gave them the cupcake roster, which made the punter one of the strongest players. So I'm nerfing that too. I did up some of the other stats. That's why we're getting more like better scoring game. It's not like a whole bunch of not interceptions, but a whole bunch of like incomplete passes. That's not so fun. But yeah, that's what we're doing.
Hello, DX Rules. Yes, I am. I'm here, helping out my friends. Sending the year out right.
Sorry? Oh, yeah.
Someone said that was me, and I said, yes, I'm here with my friends, sending the year out right.
Yes. Yeah, so in just a second, we're going to go ahead and cut to the Diddler Cup. We'll be sure to report back on how this game works, how this game turned out.
Seems like the number one team's about to.
Yeah, they're not doing good right now.
Okay, I put in the main
quickly.
chat, but that's what I got. Only it was loose, and the Hulk Hogan clip-on was
Okay.
missing. Because
I know it's a black screen right now, but I'm just trying to sort things out.
Personal foul. Face mask.
Okay,
Defense.
did I do that right?
in the box set went for like the asking price that is like $45, but
Still
loose
first
it's
down.
probably like no more than like $5 to $10
Right.
for both of them.
Yeah, we're Heidi bowling this to give you some Diddler Cup action. We'll be sure to let you know how it worked out. But yeah, we're gonna go to the end of the third quarter probably, and then cut it.
Sounds good.
Yeah, and then we're gonna come back big with WCW Universe mode. I have no idea where we left off. I know we were on the promenade to Starcade, and we're gonna find out what the hell we have to do to get
Probably
there.
not the Star Pod.
Yes, I think we're gonna kind of skip forward, but if there's any Hardcore Thunders left, we're absolutely gonna do Hardcore Thunder, because that was a favorite, and I will explain to those of you who are not aware of it, and those of you who are not aware of the things I do on this stream and are still with us. Thank you. I get that sometimes it's just like, what now, but yeah. I know it's not for everybody, but thanks for kind of playing along either way. It's a lot of fun. There's 26 of y'all, which is
I'm seeing 28.
28. Okay. Well, I'm not apparently on my restream thing, so that's a little delayed, so that doesn't count correctly. Cool, that's good. Which means 2.8 billion people will be watching WCW Universe mode based on that number.
Literally 28 people in each household. Yes.
28 people in each household. There are a billion households in the world. It's just math.
Exactly.
Just maths. So yes, that's gonna happen in just a few, and yeah. So.
Not to gratuitously shoehorn this in there, but
Please.
I do want to tell you this quick little anecdote about Sporting Kansas City real quick. So, Sporting Kansas City supporters section. Okay, I guess I should first start off by, do you know what 538 is?
Say that again?
Do you know what 538 is?
The website?
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, the stats website, Nate Silver's
Yeah.
website. Yes, he does a lot of sports stuff now.
Tons of like in-depth analysis and stats and everything. So he put out a list of, it was 453 club soccer teams in the world, ranked number 1 to number 453.
Okay.
And my team was ranked at number 335 in the world.
Now there are more than that number of teams, but
Yes,
okay.
They just decided that, for some reason, 453 is just going to be the cutoff point. Anything beyond that is just not worth their time, apparently.
I have to ask who was last if you want to go. Oh, but is this part of the story?
It's not part of the story now. I will look that up in a second. I do not have that information.
You don't
on
have to.
hand.
You can link it for me. I'll find out later. That's great.
Okay.
Oh, I know which one's last.
But my team, Sporting Kansas City, in the MLS, they came 335th in the world.
Okay.
Which, American team's not the best in the world. So 335th is what it is.
Yeah,
it's above Sunderland.
Enough to make the list.
Sunderland is 344th.
There you go.
So we're above a
Still first down.
championship tier team. But above them is IFK Göteborg, which is a Swedish Aldedivisie team.
Oh, Gothenburg. Yeah.
Yeah. So literally for the last 3 days, the supporters section, the Kansas City Cauldron, have been doing nothing but or just calling out that club and all their supporters to the point that it's actually being reported on in Swedish newspapers.
I love it. That makes me so happy.
It's the best. It's just like, it's like they post their crest and it's what you'd imagine like a Swedish sort of like
Yeah, it's a
Gothic
typical
style
crest.
drawing
Yeah,
of
it's like
a
blue.
lion.
I think that actually it's like yellow, isn't it?
It's yellow and blue. Yeah.
Of course it is. Not that. Yeah, like all the Swedish teams are yellow and blue, but yes, they are.
Yeah, but it's just like, why is your crest a lion on drugs holding a sword? That doesn't seem safe.
Nice.
And it's like, what is worse, terminal illness or IFK Göteborg?
Göteborg, yeah, Göteborg.
And then they post pictures of like them modeling their jerseys. And like, what are you pointing at over there? There's nothing over there. Stop pointing.
Oh my god,
It's
I love
just
it.
like these innocent little ribs, but it's just the best. And
it's good-natured fun, but it's really fun.
Face mask.
exactly.
That's fantastic.
And so now they've been posting nothing but Swedish chef gifts from the Muppets.
Oh, I can't wait. I want to see a
Automatic
Swedish chef
first down.
tifo. That sounds outstanding.
They'll probably make one.
That's
Uh,
great.
the
Oh, I
cauldron
love that.
Goes into their tifos. I'll post one that they did.
Oh, I know they do. They do some amazing stuff. I believe it. I've seen it before, man. It's some great stuff. So what's happening right now is I am gonna go ahead and I'm gonna